moment. So my name is Alex Chamwada, coming to you from Nairobi after touring the world, hapa na pale, Australia, UK, USA, Canada, Africa. Sasa tumerudi Kenya, but I know I'm speaking to an audience that is across the world. I know Australia, probably some parts of Australia are already deep in the night going to bed. America, guys are just waking up. Habari ya America, wenye wako America. Wenye wako America.
Amerika sawa, hapa ni asubuhi, ni saa 4 asubuhi, na other parts of America kama Seattle bado ni mapema, ni saa 1.
Hapa sasa ni 1 minute past 5 p.m. Masaa ya traffic. The traffic. So I can see the number is growing. We are at 25. So karibuni. Yeah, we should be beginning in a moment. This is going to be a very interesting webinar on how you can have a holiday home in Kenya and particularly in the coast region. So I don't know if all the panelists, is Rona in?
Hi, Alex, how are you?
Poa Rona, how are you?
Nico, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, karibu sana.
Asante.
Yeah, I can see Judy. Judy is in. Judy, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Are you in Diani or where are you coming to us from?
No, actually, I'm in London. I've just arrived at my destination, literally.
You are globetrotting.
I am. It appears that
But
I am.
You can't beat me. You can't.
You take the cup. You take the cup.
You can't beat Joroge too and Rona. But join the club. Join the club.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'll just be listening in the background because I'm at work, so
no problem.
If I don't comment, I hope you understand.
Yeah, but you can, comment via text. You can chat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I saw Jeremy. Jeremy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Ndio nimeingia kazi. Niko.
Yeah. Habari ya Toronto.
Toronto tuko wazima. Tuko wazima kabisa. Na wewe?
Tuko wazima, tulifurahia kukaa na nyinyi.
Tuko pamoja.
Mlitulinda vizuri.
Tunashukuru. Asante.
Yeah, great. So I think we are all set to begin, and I will request Florence Pazurina to lead us in a word of prayer. Florence.
Word of prayer. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you even for this opportunity, even as we learn of the opportunities that are there. We pray for your blessing to be upon each one of us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay. Karibuni sana once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Chamwada. I'm your moderator today. And today we want to understand your pathway to owning a home in one of the most sought places in the world. This is the coast region, and in particular, Diani. Diani, you know it for beautiful beaches, and it's been voted among the best, if not the best in the world, and it's been doing very well. Diani now, it's really opened up because of many infrastructural projects that have happened there. You remember recently there was a Dongo Kundu bypass that was opened recently, making it easy to travel between the mainland and the south coast. And also it is a channel to improve movement of goods and services between Kenya and Tanzania. You land in Mombasa at the Moi International Airport, you will be in Diani in a moment, so to speak, via the Dongo Kundu bypass. You go via SGR, it's just near there. So Diani, it's a place to watch. And with this improved access to the place, it means the value of land will go up there. It means if you want to invest, you want to own a home there, you will be putting money at the right place. And you would be tapping into increased volume of tourists. So that's just to give you a glimpse into what we are focusing on today. And our speakers today will include Rona Kabwe, Head of Diaspora Banking at NCBA Bank. Then we will also hear from Joseph Njoroge, MD, Pazurina Holiday Homes, and Judy Kamau, owner of Golden Duranta Villas in Diani. From a personal experience, she'll tell us why she's invested in Diani. So I hope I'm loud and clear so far. Can all of you hear me?
Yes, we are getting you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you so much. So that is an overview of what we are discussing. So for all those who are online, feel free to participate via text. And when we come to question and answer, we'll be able to give an opportunity to some of you to voice your questions. So stay with us. We hope to complete this session in the next 23 minutes. It's 7 minutes past 5. And without wasting time, I would like to give this chance to Rona Kabwe, Diaspora Banking NCBA, to just take us through when it comes to owning a home, and specifically in the Coast region, when it comes to investing, what is the role of a financier? Kabwe.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'll just introduce myself one more time. My name is Rona Kabwe. I head Diaspora Banking at NCBA Bank. Currently, NCBA Bank is the third largest bank in Kenya. We have a regional presence in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and in Ivory Coast as our digital bank. So that already just tells you the level of the magnitude of financial services, or the strength that we have as a financial partner here in Kenya. So in terms of your question, Alex, I think I'll just go straight into why for us as NCBA Diaspora Banking, it's quite something that we are happy to anchor on and be able to provide various solutions for customers abroad. Now, we know a lot of people want to invest back home. They want to be able to purchase land. They want to be able to do constructions back home. And so as a financier, how we actually come in is that we provide various financing solutions. Now, in relation to this specific conversation today, I will refer to what we call a plot loan, which is basically financing an individual who lives and works abroad to purchase a piece of property in terms of land from, in this case, Pazurina Homes, or you already have bought the piece of land and you're looking to construct on it. Right? So how does the bank come in to be able to assist you on that? And number three, why? Why is it important to go through a financial institution to be able to acquire some of these assets that you're looking to acquire? So first of all, I'll just speak about the plot loan and why it's important to take or purchase property through a bank. Now, purchasing land through a bank helps you, number one, to be able to be sure that the investment you're getting yourself into is good, right? A bank will not finance a property if it has any issues. And I think we have had many stories around challenges with land. People buy land, you find it's on riparian land, you find it has issues with the title, the double titles, and those kind of things. The bank comes in not only as a financier, but also does some level of due diligence on your behalf. So we're able to do checks and balances that ideally you yourself, who is not here, we're able to do that on your behalf. And based on the results of the checks and balances that we do, then we're able to tell you, based on this application, that yes, we can proceed to finance you to purchase the land. So that's one advantage you have with us. The other, I know many challenges that people have had is people say, I'm buying land, but you have no idea where it is. You're abroad, you've just been told it's in Diani, as we are here. We are talking about land in Diani today. You're being told it's in Diani, but really, is it in Diani? And if it's in Diani, where? So again, that's where we come in as a bank to actually verify that you have been told it's in Diani, specifically at this location. You've been told this is the size, if it's an acre, for example, indeed it is an acre. You've been told maybe it's by the beach, it's 100 meters from the beach. Is that really the case? So again, going through a financial institution helps you to achieve those, answer those questions on your behalf. So as NCBA, what we're able to do when it comes to a plot loan is that we're able to use your incomes abroad to actually take a loan here. Right. So if you have, for example, pay stubs in the country of origin or the country where you live, we'll be able to use your pay stubs, your credit report, and your bank statements to do a preliminary eligibility check to say or to tell you if you're looking to purchase a piece of land from Pazurina today. We are telling you that you can afford up to this amount, right? And so if you can be able to afford up to whatever amount based on your incomes, we're also telling you that we're happy to finance you to purchase the property, right? When it comes to plot loans, we finance 70% and you put down 30% as a deposit. Now, you'll ask me, do I need to have an existing relationship with NCBA to be able to take this kind of loan facility? As a matter of fact, with NCBA, you can open an account today and apply for a loan facility today. What we do is use your banking history from the country where you are. So if you have statements, for say, for example, at Bank of America, we'll use your Bank of America bank statements to do an analysis to check your eligibility and to verify your incomes. So that's on the point of a plot loan. Now, the plot loan is available in Kenya shillings and US dollars. We also lend in other currencies, so US dollars, British pounds, and euros. Those are the current currencies that we provide loans in. You ought to be earning in those currencies so that then we can be able to consider you for the loan. Now, we assume you already have the loan, the plots of land, and you want to now go into the next phase of constructing your holiday home. NCBA comes in as a financier for a construction loan. So we can finance you to do the construction. You may not, for example, have a whole 20 million at a go, but say the cost of construction for you is 20 million shillings. You don't have that amount, all of it together at the same time. So NCBA is able to finance 80% of that, of the value of your project, and you put down the 20% plus closing costs. The advantage of coming through us again is that we have a consortium of specialists that you can use that help to manage the project on your behalf. So NCBA not only comes in as a financier, but also comes in as a project manager. What I mean is we supervise that construction. We ensure that what the quantity surveyor said on the bills of quantity, are those bills of quantities overstated or understated? Those are the kind of checks that we check. Because a lot of times you'll find bills of quantities have been overstated. So basically you're putting in so much more, but maybe your project doesn't even cost that much, right? So we are able to provide a sense of balance when it comes to your bills of quantities. The other thing that we do a supervision during the construction. So what we are saying is when the construction is happening, we have a project team that visits the site and ensures that there's quality assurance. So for example, if you said that you wanted pink tiles, just as an example, yet what is on your walls is purple, then we come in and, based on what was on the BQs, this is not what we are seeing, then we can be able to challenge that, right? So again, in terms of quality assurance, we're able to do that for you. In terms of even quality of the products or finishes that are going to be used, right? So you paid for a certain finish, a certain tile from, either a local tile or a Chinese tile, which you've imported yourself. We're able to just make sure that whatever you actually paid for is actually what is getting into the project. So again, like I said, quality assurance. Now you're abroad, you have no idea which architect to use, which engineers to use, which QSs to use. You can actually approach us and we'll introduce you to some that we have actually worked with. We have vetted them, and so we know the quality of their work. And they've also signed, some level of NDAs with us in terms of delivery of projects. So they'll be able to ensure that when they start your project, then they can deliver on it. And because we are financiers, we work together to make sure that that project comes to life, right? So that's another thing that we do as NCBA. Now, so that's another thing we do as NCBA Bank. Beyond that, we do advisory services. So you're looking to do a project, you have no idea even where to start. So we can actually have a virtual meeting with you, organize a virtual meeting with our teams, as Diaspora Banking, we work with different teams. So in this case, because we are discussing property ownership, then we bring in our project team who work with us. They are actually employees of this bank. So we have a QS team that comes into the meeting with you and myself and my team and discuss the scope of your project. So you can begin with your ideation. I mean, all you have probably right now is an idea in your mind that I would really like to own a holiday home in Diani, right? So if that's just the that's where you're at, then we can start there. And then now discuss how do you begin your journey into owning that specific property. So if you're looking to do that loan, to purchase a piece of land from Pazarina today, we'll be able to finance that for you. Another thing we can actually do is you already have your drawings, right? Those are already in place. You have your approvals you have your drawings, you have your bills of quantities in place, but now you don't have the land, but you have an idea of what it is that you want, and you want to go straight into doing the project. So we can actually do a simultaneous financing, what we call buy and build. So we finance you to buy the land and simultaneously finance you to build on that same land. So that is also another opportunity we can explore if that's something you're looking to do. Another way to do this is you already own a property elsewhere. It already exists, right? So it's probably just sitting somewhere, not in use. And it's not really giving you value per se. So what we do is provide value through that existing property that you have through a product called equity release. So an equity release basically means if you already have a piece of land, it's not in use, you can give that land to us as security and we'll finance you up to 50% of the value of that land. Or if you already have, say, an apartment or a house that is in existence and it's not really doing anything right now, then what we are saying is that you can charge it to the bank and take an equity release, get some money, go to Pazarina and purchase a property from them. And after that, then you can look to construct or, to have the land for some time as you figure yourself out, right? So a financier when a financier comes in to help you with your investment, it actually gives you a sense of security. You see, when you're dealing with the bank, Rona is an employee of the bank. And I have regulations that I have to work within to ensure that you as a client, you're actually covered. You're not dealing with an individual who is giving you stories. You're not dealing with an individual who said, I went to lands and this happened and that happened. No. A financial institution, you come in as a customer and we're dealing with you on a professional basis to ensure that when you look to invest back home, that your investment, number one, is a clean investment, it is an honest investment, and that whatever you're getting yourself into, we have checked as NCBA or as a financial institution, we have checked and confirmed to you that what you're investing in or what you're getting yourself into is actually a good investment. We've had so many stories of people who lost money, the stories are immense and they're numerous. I mean, we deal with them quite a bit, right? But us as a bank, then we are coming in to bridge that gap to say that you do not have to go and do an investment blindly without any information. Come to the bank, talk to us. Beyond us being a financier, we are actually offer advisory services. So for example, when I say advisory services, I mean, you're looking to invest back home. So why should you buy the land in Diani and not say Nakuru, right? We're able to demystify and give you some sense of visibility study to tell you these are the kind of returns you get if you invested, say, in Nakuru versus Diani or vice versa. Again, we come in and be able to do that for you. So Alex, thank you for the opportunity. I'm happy to take questions at this time. Asanteni.
Wow, that was quite insightful. Thank you so much, Rona, for those insights into how to purchase land and avoid landing into pitfalls. And we've picked some ideas there. I mean, a banking partner can help you do due diligence properly. Remember, land is a sensitive area. Many of you have, had issues with purchasing land in Kenya. But with a bank like NCBA, you'll get it right because you are assured they will do the due diligence for you and help you get a clean, honest offer. And she's also indicated that they can lead you to professionals. Many of us tunabambanya, umenunua shamba, we how to get a professional architecture, professional engineer, all those professionals. So a bank can help you to get to those professionals and even just verify, is this land in Diani, as the seller has indicated, or where is it? So in short, those are some of the benefits of working with the banker. So thank you so much, Rona. And just a polite reminder, if you have any question, kindly jot it to us. You can write and then I can raise it later. Or if you have any comment, and remember also to tell us where you are coming to us from. I can see Njoroge is reaching out to me. As we transit, just give me a minute. Remember, you can get to us via text. Okay, yeah, it's one of our followers who wanted to know how to join this forum. So thank you so much again. I will be introducing Joseph Njoroge, the MD Padurina Holiday Homes in a moment, but just to acknowledge that we have representation of participants from across the world. Thank you so much. We have, good representation from Kenya, from Africa, from Middle East, from Canada, and even from USA. And we want to thank Pazurina Holiday Homes and NCBA for making this happen in partnership with the Chams Media. Remember, as we speak, or rather, as we discuss this, there is a great debate on the role of the diaspora in Kenya's affairs. You've seen it. It's now a very topical issue, and just how we can relate the Kenyans who we are here in Kenya and our friends who are in the diaspora. And when we discuss investment, this is quite timely. So allow me now to introduce Joseph Njoroge, MD Pazurina Holiday Homes, to now contextualize and tell us, as a realtor in Diani, and we've been tumepigia sana Diani Debe. What do you do exactly as a realtor? What makes you or sets you apart from other realtors, and what do you have to offer in Diani? And then eventually we'll go to a case study. So Joseph Njoroge coming to us from Maryland in USA. Karibu sana.
You're on mute, Mr. Njoroge.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for that. Again, my name is Joseph Njoroge, one of the directors of Pazurina Holiday Homes. And today I'm a very happy man because I've been receiving very good news from home. And I always purpose to focus more on the positive news from Kenya, because we have a lot of good things from our country. And it's a country that we need to, of course, appreciate. Even as we travel around the world, we discover we have a gem. And that's why many people from all over the world want to visit Kenya, want to have properties in Kenya. And we are lucky to be born in Kenya and to be Kenyans even as we move around the world. Yes, today I will briefly mention who Pazurina is and a bit of what we are doing, because I know we are having so many people with so many questions. Pazurina Holiday Homes was started 5 years ago, basically to provide or to fill a gap that we saw in the market. We realized that many Kenyans back home and overseas are looking for a place they can go for a holiday and feel at home. And we did our research around our country, and we discovered that most Kenyans, when they come back home, or even people in Nairobi and other parts of our country, they are normally very comfortable to tour coastal area for their holiday purposes. And Diani stood out from all these other places we moved around. Diani stood out being a very serene place and with the best beach in Africa, as well as the infrastructure. The government has provided a lot of infrastructures, and it is still doing a lot. In fact, yesterday I was talking to one of my friends in Diani, and as he was speaking, his heart, I could feel was bubbling with joy, because he was telling me that the president will be coming down there to open the stadium. So I'm not even aware of the stadium in Diani. So this is a place where there has been a lot of focus, even with some international, sports. We've had last year and this year international competitions in Diani. And this tells you this is a place to focus on. So Pazurina Holiday Homes focused on filling that gap to provide an opportunity to invest in a place where you can have a kind of income which is much higher than any other place. For example, in Diani, that is a place where if you have a house, you can comfortably rent it out on a daily basis. It's not to focus more on a monthly, but we focus more on a daily income, which is very good for those people who are not around, being a kind of a passive income.
Yeah, that's why I'm quiet.
Then we have Pazurina focusing on
class. What do you call them now? Oh,
hi Janet, kindly mute your mic, Janet.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for that. It was a bit disturbing. We are also asking another question. Why should you buy from Pazurina? And there are a number of reasons why the Pazurina stands out as one of the best real stars in Kenya, and especially in coastal Kenya. We were recently awarded an award of being one of the most outstanding real estate company in the whole of coastal region, and mainly because we have been having properties very close to the beach. Our properties are meters to the beach, and we have added value to our properties. We've done stone wall around our properties. We've provided basic facilities like water, and we are doing the roads. We've done quite a number of things which we shall show you briefly through a video. And apart from that, we've been very honest. Our integrity has been tried and tested through most of our customers. And today I can see we have quite a number of them who have joined. They'll be telling us maybe a testimony, whether we gave them title deed, did we give the title deed within the promised time? And then the other thing I would want to mention is why should you invest at this time in Diani? This is a very prime time for anyone thinking to invest in Kenya, simply because Diani is now a focus for everyone. Yesterday, I received a call from one of my friends back home asking if we can get a land for a foreigner who is looking for 200 acres in Diani. And this is a multi-billionaire, well-known person around the world. And this is just an example. We are having so many cases where rich people around the world, and also within our country and Africa also, they are looking for opportunities to invest in Diani. And this simply tells us soon, and very soon, Diani will be the place to be from all over the world. And if you can have, or if you can be able to secure a piece of land today, then in the next 5 years, 10 years, that piece of land will be very, it will be highly variable. So it is a wake-up call for us all. At this moment, when the government has provided all the infrastructure, they've done the highways, they've done the airport in Diani. We have the best beach, we have some very good forest around there, and rivers, we have wildlife sanctuaries around there. Then we have an opportunity to seize. Then probably I will ask Betty to share the video so that we can have a glimpse of what is happening in Diani.
About 500 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi, lies a place bursting with investment potential. Its name, Diani, a fast-rising cosmopolitan town in Kenya's south coast. Talk of manufacturing, transport, healthcare, education, beauty, hospitality, among others, Diani has it all. When it comes to infrastructure, Diani prides in possessing ultra-modern facilities, including a state-of-the-art recently expanded airport, increased road network connectivity like the newly constructed Dongo Kundu bypass, thriving fishing port, and establishment of a special economic zone. But the biggest positive of the region is its unmatched touristic destinations and award-winning sandy beaches with perfect view of a pristine ocean. Now, imagine waking up to all this and much more. Yes, you can have a piece of this paradise on earth through Pazurina Holiday Homes. As experts in luxury living, Pazurina guarantees its clients a good return on investment through their budget-friendly value-added plots from as low as 650,000 Kenya shillings to 3.5 million for high-end parcels. Through our years of experience providing prime locations like our signature project Pazurina Golf Resort, a gated community with world-class amenities like a mini golf course, hotels, readily available water, and plenty of green spaces, you'll smile as you watch your investments grow. In fact, construction is currently ongoing. But it is not too late to have a piece of this tranquility. Invest in one of our other locations like the luxurious Diani Pazurina Golf Resort Annex, Vista Upper Hill, Bustani Phase 1, Bustani Phase 2 and Golf View Estate, all gated, all with readily available water, visible beacons, perimeter walls and ready title deeds. And because seeing is believing,
I am a proud owner of a piece of land in Diani with an aim of building a holiday home in the days to come. I had my title deed within less than 2 months. I live in the UK and I was able to go through the process very well.
Don't be left out. Invest today and get your never-ending vacation through the number +254 712 110 110 or email info@pazurina.com or simply walk to our offices at Morningside Office Park along Gong Road and start your investment journey. Pazurina Holiday Homes, opening great investment opportunities.
Thank you very much, Betty, for that. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Joseph Joroge, MD Pazurina Holiday Homes, for that very clear presentation on opportunities with Pazurina Holiday Homes in Diani. He's documented the advantages of investing with Pazurina Holiday Homes. So we will, in a moment, hear from a person who has bought their land, who is invested in Diani, to just get a feel of why did she decide to invest in Diani, how is it? And this is Judy Kamau, owner of Golden Duranta Villas in Diani. So Prepare will be with you in a moment. In the meantime, to just welcome everybody once again from wherever you are coming to us. I can see people coming to us from various parts of the world, including Eldoret. And questions are coming in fast and furious. I think Rona is already busy answering questions via text, via chats. So keep the questions and comments flowing. We will open up the mic later after this last presentation. So don't worry, you will be able to speak. Paul from Saudi Arabia, you are saying you are currently working in Saudi Arabia and you are asking, do I qualify for funds to build my dream home if I submit my bank statements from Saudi Bank to NCBA? I think Rona has responded to that question. And Rona has given her contact there. Someone is saying, I'm coming to you from Nairobi. That is Murega. He says, great stuff. You guys are doing a great job in Diani. Thank you so much, Murega. My name is Moses from South Africa. Thank you. We have someone from South Africa and have plot reservation with Pazurina, and I own an engineering and construction company called Movidna Services, which is looking to invest and build villa homes in Pazurina. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good testimonial. We have someone from Qatar, Luvai. Thank you for tuning in from Qatar. Anastasia, I'm sure Rona will respond to your question. You're asking how do I open an account with you at the bank? Rona, that's for you. I know that there'll be more questions for Joseph. Janet is joining from Eldoret. She says, I recently visited Diani Pazurina Resort, and I can happily confirm that development is picking up at the moment. Thank you, Janet from Eldoret. I'm joining from Perth, Australia. Lucia, thank you. Ujalala Uko, thank you. Spread the word. I'm joining from Melbourne. This is Ajatiana Jina, but is Omjed Design. Thank you for joining from Melbourne. Doha, Harley Asumo, thank you. Well, I can go on and on, but let me now take you to Judy Kamau. Remember to mute your mics. I will come to you. Judy Kamau, owner of Golden Duranta Villas in Diani. Tell us what the villas are all about, or what you do, and why you decided to invest in Diani. What inspired you, and how is it? Over to you, Judy.
Thank you so much, Alex, and thanks to Pazurina Homes for the invite to be here. I always appreciate the opportunity to talk about our Golden Duranta Villas because it's something that I really truly enjoy. So what I'll do is I'll walk you through our story. Our villa stories, how we got there, and within that, then you'll see the challenges that we've been through in Diani, and also the opportunities that we see and the developments that we've seen in our time in Diani. So as Alex said, I own Golden Duranta Villas. Golden Duranta Villas are 5-bedroom villas, right? So in a gated community, and we're in the process of building 2-bedroom apartments. The reason we went to Diani, I need to give credit where credit is due, was we went to visit as a family in the early 2000s, and my parents absolutely loved the place. It was a nice place to live in. The beach was absolutely excellent. We really enjoyed just being in there. And when I moved to the diaspora, and as always, as Kenyans, you know, we are always told to have some land back home. So my folks encouraged us then to go to Diani, and we put our hands and heads together as a family, and we bought some property in Diani, and the dream kind of developed over time. Whenever I came back home from the diaspora, then I'd find as our family grew, my brothers and sisters were getting married and having children. It was very difficult to find anywhere where we could go on holiday. Because then we were many and it cost a lot of money. So then that is how we came up with the idea to build the 5-bedroom villas. I see that a lot even today as we do the day-to-day rental of our villas. Anytime the diaspora is home, you know, they come and they give us a lot of business, especially during the summer, because then you can come in generations. Just last month, we had a family of almost 50 that are coming in 4 generations, and they're able to stay in all the 4 villas, be in one space and make that home. So we are able to provide home for large groups. And now we're doing the 2-bedroom apartments so that we are also able to cater to smaller families, even though at the moment we do rent 1 or 2 bedrooms within the villa as long as it's outside the Christmas season. So as I mentioned, then we moved in to Diani in early 2000s. And at that time, Diani was thought of as the holiday vacation for the rich. There wasn't a lot of like Airbnb sort of places. So we built the villas, and now there's been a lot more villas that are coming up, smaller places, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom. We had the blessing, and I say that very carefully, of COVID. When COVID came, and it came with its challenges, but it also came with a significant blessing, because then Kenyans were not able to travel internationally. We all had to look for somewhere local to travel. And so we had a lot of Kenyans just moving around, and Diani saw a lot of inflow of Kenyans coming from different parts of Kenya within, coming to Diani. And I remember a lot of people came and didn't leave, because then after COVID then came working from home. Diani is an excellent place to be to call home. The weather is excellent all year round. Even when Nairobi is cold, that's when it's cool in Diani. Even when it rains, you're able to, continue your day-to-day, even jump in the pool. The weather is excellent. When it's hot, it's not extremely hot. Walking to the beach is very easy. Access to the beach is very easy. The beach is accessible to everyone. There's no one that can have private beach property. So it's easy to have, to just build a life. There are schools there. Access to Mombasa is easy enough. And as everyone has said, the development has been excellent. There is expansion of the airport. Now people can actually come in and go out on the same day. As they grow the airport, then we are able to have even later flights, because previously then you couldn't have very big aeroplanes. You couldn't have, the space was very small. So now as it grows, then there's a lot of possibilities. Before then, people were driving or taking the buses. Now we have the SGR that helps people to come in very quickly. We have the Dongo Kundu. The other thing that I've seen, as part of the people that come to stay at our place is farmers, because the weather in Diani is excellent, right? There's a lot that grows, fruits grow very well, vegetables grow very well, and you have a ready community to buy that, because then most of our food is imported from Nairobi and beyond. So we've seen a lot of farmers that come and, as they come to look at their farms, then they stay with us for a short term. So there's that. If you're into farming, Diani is also a good place for you to look at. What else have we seen grow? The infrastructure, the government is now very good at putting roads for us. They've put Cabro on a lot of paths leading to the beach. So even if you're not right at the beach, you can walk easily to the beach. We've seen a lot of construction right now of people doing day-to-day rental, and a couple of people doing long-term rental, because then as Diani grows, then there's businesses that are coming in. So the employees need homes within Diani, and that actually is a challenge at the moment. So people that maybe work for Naivas, Carrefour is in Diani. So you find they need long-term accommodation. So if that is your kind of thing that you'd like to do, long-term rental, that is also excellent. What else are we seeing? When we moved in, then we had internet issues. We only had Safaricom available there, but now as there is growth, we are having a lot more internet providers, and you see that's it, right? With the growth of our place, there's an competition that comes in, which means prices then can also come down. Service is much better now, yeah. And what I would say, if you're looking also for a place to do business, Diani has a lot of potential. There's still a lot of businesses that are not in existence in Diani, right? So if maybe you're not looking for a home to build, or maybe you're looking for a home to build, but you also want to do business, there's also opportunity there. Maybe the ladies will feel me on this, like even Best Lady. We don't have a Best Lady in Diani. You'd have to go all the way to Mombasa to buy things. When we started the construction those years back, we also didn't have like a lot of finishes, a place where you could buy finishes. Now CTM has come in, and there is potential for hardware stores, for people selling tiles, people selling all sorts of things. So whether you're a business person looking for somewhere else to diversify to, Diani is a good place for you. If you're looking for a place to come and do business like us, do the short-term rental, there is a space for you. If you want to do long-term rental for the employees there is a place for you. If you want to build a home, Diani is still the place for you. If you're a farmer, Diani is the place for you. So in every way, I do encourage you. The more of us that can come, the merrier, because then also that also increases, like I said, the competition, prices are better set, and also security, right? Where there's many people, then it's more secure. So we do welcome you to Diani, and I welcome you to our Golden Duranta Villas. Next time you're looking for accommodation, short-term rental, karibuni sana. We call it home. Back to you, Alex.
So thank you so much, Judy. You didn't tell you ulikuwa majuu wapi? Is it France?
Well, actually, I lived and worked in Bermuda and in Singapore and in France.
3 countries.
Yes.
How many years in total?
10 years in total.
Wow. So you came back with a wealth of experience and exposure.
Exactly. And then I came back home because we always come home to build home.
Wow. East or West, home is the best.
There you go.
Great. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Quite a number of questions for Rona have been answered. Thank you, Rona, for being busy by the chat there. Victor from Mississippi, asante sana for joining. Emmanuel from Maryland, asante sana for joining. Carol from Delta, British Columbia, asante sana for joining. You are saying you knew about this forum or this webinar through Mr. Njoroge. Others are saying they knew from posts on advertisements on social media. Mary Macharia, watching from Houston, thank you. Njoroge, remember we met Mary Macharia in Houston. Thank you, Mary. It's someone from Germany, asante sana. So I'm opening up the mic for questions. You can chat if you like, ask your question by the chat, or raise your hand. I'll see your hand so that we can give you an opportunity to ask your question. Betty, I don't know if you have any question you would like to ask. You said you saw this via a post on Facebook. Betty in London, are you hearing me? Betty, maybe we can't get her. Jeremy, tell us, in Toronto, have you heard us loud and clear? And any comment on the presentations you've had? Jeremy? I'm seeing, okay, Jeremy, not there. Okay, anybody with a question? Maybe, Rona, you can expound a little more on people wanting to open accounts from wherever they are. That is one. What do they need to do? And then I think still more on you're abroad, you are with another bank. You talked about it, but you want a mortgage. So you could explain a little more on that, Rona.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. So like I said, you can open an account and take a loan facility at the same time. Or to start with, I normally say the most basic thing you can do to test a financial institution, to test what I am saying, if indeed I'm speaking the truth, is opening an account. Because an account is the most basic thing you can have with a financial institution. So opening an account with us is pretty easy. Currently, we allow you to do that by scanning to us I can send you the application form on email, and then you fill it out and scan it right back to us. I open the account using the scanned forms, but I will still require you to provide the hard copies. That already sounds a bit, difficult, but I'm also happy to say I'm actually working on a digital account opening solution. We are currently at testing stage. We're at UAT, so we are under testing, just to make sure that as soon as we roll it out, that you can actually now open an account without having to fill out forms and papers and scan and everything. So we want to eliminate that and make sure that it's actually easy to do that digitally. So allow me to roll out the digital solution possibly by next month. But if you're looking to open right away, right now, that yes, I do confirm I will be able to guide you on opening the account. If you can reach out to me via WhatsApp, I put down my number on the chat group on WhatsApp or on email. I'll actually guide you on how to open an account. Maybe the next question around account opening is, what do you require? I'll only require you to provide a copy of your Kenyan national ID or valid Kenyan passport, the new generation passport, a copy of that. Would require you to also have a KRA PIN number and proof of residence of where you are. Why we require proof of residence is because the account we offer Kenyans living abroad we don't charge ledger fees. We don't charge a monthly fee on that account. right? So when I ask you to provide some proof that you're based abroad, in this case, it can be a copy of a recent utility bill or any document that has a physical address on it and your name on it. So we ask that so that then when we open the account, we map it to diaspora, specifically diaspora. And so then you're able to get the benefits of a diaspora customer. So one of the benefits of the accounts that we offer is that we don't have a monthly fee on that account. The second benefit you have on that account is the shilling account actually earns you some interest, yeah? So the more money you put in, the more interest it earns you. So you can actually look to diversify your investments through an account which earns you some interest, through a fixed deposit which earns you some interest, and again also help you to purchase property from Pazurina and again begin to grow your asset portfolio with us. So an account is a pretty most basic thing you could ever have with a bank, and we're happy to support you on that. Once you open an account, then we can start discussions on your investment journeys back home. So investments are in many ways. Today we are really discussing around financing for properties for Pazurina in Diani. I think that we're happy to do. As a matter of fact, the reason I'm here today on this call is because Pazurina is a partner of NCBA. So what NCBA has also done is gotten into partnerships with real estate companies. So when you see NCBA partnering with a real estate company, that gives you the confidence to tell you, we have been to Pazurina, we have seen the properties, we are comfortable financing those properties, we are happy to finance those properties, like we have, you know, the concerns that you would have or a bank would have towards financing a property has already been sorted out. We are happy to be a partner with Pazurina. Anywhere you see NCBA as a partner, you can be guaranteed that we've done our due diligence on those properties and we are happy to partner with them. So today, the reason I'm here is because Pazurina is a partner of NCBA. And so we believe in their product and we're actually able to support people to own properties there. So again, to just gain some sense of confidence in terms of us as a bank and Pazurina as a real estate company, we work very closely together. And so they're able to actually deliver not only good service, but also a very, very good product. Alex, I think you had a second question which you didn't quite get around mortgage. I'm sorry, could you please repeat?
It was us to cry to him.
Sorry?
I think someone wanted to know, to get a little more clarification, working abroad and being with another bank, so can they get a mortgage with NCBA? I think you had said something, yeah, it's possible. It just depends on your history. So maybe a little more clarification.
Yeah, so
a spirit that is driven by the love of God.
Someone is online. Kindly mute. This is who?
Oh. Yeah, so there's somebody speaking.
Within us, the spirit that is created, I mean, that responds, and the Bible
is
says,
the moderator able to mute Lawrence? You can mute.
Okay, great. And then I see another question online. I already have an account with NCBA. Should I open a second one, or is that what I have, or what I have is adequate? Hilda, what you have is adequate. You already have an account with us. Fantastic. What I would need to first check is when you open that account, was it opened as a diaspora account? So that then, why it's important to open it as a diaspora account is that so that you can gain the benefits of a diaspora customer. Number one, we assign you a relationship manager. My team of relationship managers only deals with diaspora people. What I have seen maybe in other financial institutions is that you who is abroad is being treated almost the same as somebody who is a local, right? But you can't handle diaspora customers like that because your needs are very different from somebody who is here locally. A local person can walk into a branch and get assisted. You, on the other hand, you're away, you're far away, and you still need support in terms of your banking needs, your questions, how do you access, what do you do, etc. So I have a team that is predominantly strictly dealing with diaspora customers. So again, we assign you a diaspora relationship manager, and their role is to make sure that they are able to support you while you're away. Another thing I just need to mention about the diaspora account that we have is that you get access into that account using internet banking or mobile banking. We actually set you up on those two channels. And with those two channels, you can basically operate that account like you're back home. You can actually send money to somebody to their M-Pesa number through our mobile banking app. You just log in, go into your account, move money from that account, and send money to somebody's phone. So if you're sending money to your mom, for example, you're able to send to her directly into her M-Pesa, right? Or you can actually make purchases from wherever you are. For example, if you already started your construction facility or your construction project with Pazurina, and you need to pay suppliers, you can do that through our account using a pay bill or a till. Right? It gives you that option. So the money is sitting in an NCBA account and you need to pay suppliers. You log in using mobile banking. You go to the pay bill option or the till option. You put in the till number, you put in the pay bill number, you put in the amount, you click send, they get their money immediately. So there's those advantages of having an account with us is that you can pretty much operate that account from wherever you are. Another thing is you can send money into that account quite easily. So if you're sending money to your Shilling account, SendWave works quite well. Money actually reflects into that account immediately. We have other partners like TapTap, Lemfi. I mean, all these money transfer service providers, you can actually use those to send money into your account, and the money does come into your account. So again, sending money into your account is also not that complex or difficult. So again, feel free to reach out to me. We can talk some more and just unpack this a lot more. Asante sana. I see Joel Donga has his hand up. Yeah.
Rona, while you are still there, Rona, people are asking about interest rate of construction loan and so on, right. Fixed or variable, amortization period. You can respond to that.
Oh, that's a really good question. I think I didn't answer it in full. So when it comes to a construction loan, like I said, we finance 80%, you put down 20% plus closing costs. Now, when I say put down 20%, it doesn't mean that you put down cash. It means you, as the owner of the project, you've started the project. You have used up to 20% of the project cost to start the project. So it could be clearing the land, it could be building a perimeter wall, it could be digging a borehole, it could be something, but that quantifies that your 20% has actually gone into the project. Then we come in and assess. And then when we assess, then now we begin to pump in the 80% that we're financing. I would also like to clarify that by the time we are saying we are coming in to put in the 80%, and by the time you're putting in your 20% towards our project, we've already done all the preliminary checks. What I mean by preliminary checks is that we have checked the BQs, they are okay. We have checked all the approvals that you have, they are okay. We have checked your eligibility for a loan and told you that, yes, we will finance you for this project. We'll finance you up to this amount. We'll finance you this amount. And we're also saying, you've signed a letter of offer, meaning that you've accepted the offer. And so the time when you're done putting in your 20%, we now come in and put in the 80%. Now, when it comes to putting in the 80%, we don't give the whole amount, like the way you give a contractor the whole amount, finish a project. No, we disburse in tranches. What we mean is, if the first stage of the construction is, say, we are doing the foundation, right? How much will the foundation cost? Say 3 million. These are just figures at the top of my mind, yeah? So it's say 3 million. So we disburse 3 million. Contractor goes, does whatever he needs to do with the 3 million. We come in and assess and see that the foundation has been done as per quality, it has been done correctly, and that the 3 million has been utilized correctly, right? Then we sign off and say, let's go to the next tranche. So we do it in tranches. Now, those tranches for residential home construction period is up to 9 months, right? That's the period we use for residential homes. For commercial buildings like a block of apartments, that also we finance, but that the construction period can go up to 18 months, depending on the magnitude of the project, right? Now, during those 9 months, you only pay interest on the amounts that we disburse. Like I've given you an example, we've disbursed 3 million to do foundation. Then we disburse another, say, 5 million to do maybe the structure. Then another 10 million to do the finishings or, something like that. So those tranches, every time we disburse, you begin to pay interest on only the amounts that we have disbursed. Now, when the project is complete, when the house is complete, right? What happens is we come do a final assessment. We ask you to come and just also verify that whatever it is that you wanted actually is what has been delivered. Now, once we are all happy, then now with that construction loan converts to a mortgage, which takes the life of a mortgage. When I say takes the life of a mortgage, it means the repayment period now moves from, say, 9 months to the life of a mortgage, which is up to 15 years. right? So now you pay for that construction loan, which converts to a mortgage, and pay the mortgage for up to 15 years, right? That's on a basic, that's how it works. Now, when it comes to interest rates, now currently the interest rates are quite high, I'll be honest, right? So our Kenya shilling rate is actually 21.6% right now. Across the economies, financial institutions, the interest rates are quite high when it comes to the shilling loan facility. And that's why we also give the option of financing in foreign currency. Now, if you're in the US, for example, this is just purely an example, we can lend to you in US dollars because your income is in US dollars, okay? So the advantage for you in this case is that transaction is a dollar-to-dollar transaction. So when you're paying for your monthly installments for your loan, you're actually sending money into a dollar account, and we're actually taking the loan repayment amount from your dollar account as a dollar figure. So there's no conversion at any one time. So if we were to do the simulations, a Kenya shilling versus a US dollar loan facility, you'll find that to some extent it's actually cheaper to take the loan in US dollars, right? It gives you a bit more savings, right? And I also did mention that we actually allow you to do bullet payments into the loan. So yes, the loan has taken the life of a mortgage, which is up to 15 years, okay? But you have a way to, get some extra money. For example, I know in the US, I can't speak for the other countries, but I can speak for the US and just say that you do your taxes every year, and so you get some money. So you can use some of that tax money to actually come reduce the loan, right? We allow you to do that. So you're not paying the loan, not in 15 years, but maybe in 10 or even in 5, and we don't charge you for that, right? So our main goal is to actually help you and facilitate for you to get into that home ownership, and then help you to navigate and ensure that you're able to manage a facility in a most efficient way that helps you to pay it quickly if you're able to do that, and eventually be able to even take other loan facilities even within this specific one that you already have, right? So those are, again, the things that we can assess when it comes to loan facilities. I hope I've answered the questions. Any other? Could you talk a little more about equity release? What is the process? Right, I like that question. So equity release, basically, like I think I explained earlier, is you already own property. In this case, what I mean is you already own land, or you already own an apartment or a house, right? That property already is in your name. The title is in your name. So equity release means you bring that title to us, or you charge it to us as security or as collateral, right? And we lend to you against it. So we give you money against depending on the value of the property. So if it is a piece of land that is not undeveloped, right? Nishamba too, it doesn't have any building on it, we can finance you up to 50% of the value of that land. Give you an equity release based on the 50% of the value of that land. Now, if it is an apartment, we can give you up to 80% of the value of that apartment, right? So equity release, that's the way it works. The other thing is, you see, you can already have purchased your plot from Pazurina, right? You already have it, and you want some money. You can use that plot from Pazurina as security, and give it to the bank as security or as collateral, and we'll give you an equity release on it, right? So again, that's how equity release works. In terms of requirements, it's more or less the same for every other loan that we offer. Remember, I did mention what is required for an account opening. Maybe at this point, I can actually just talk about what is required for a loan, right? So for a loan, we always start with checking eligibility. Do you qualify for a loan with a bank? And we look at your eligibility on a 360 basis. What I mean is, we look at if you have any loans in Kenya existing, and we also look at if you have any loans existing in the country that you're in. How do we do that? We do checks using your credit reports. So as a preliminary check, as we are starting to tell you, yes, Alex, we can lend to you. It is on the basis of checking your eligibility using, 1, your credit report from the country of residence you're in, right? 2, we'll ask you to give us pay stubs for 3 months, and we'll also ask you to provide 6-month statements where your salary is deposited. Those 3 documents you can send to me on email. I will do the preliminary check and come back and tell you if today you are taking a loan in Kenya, right? This is how much you can qualify for, right? And then on that basis, then now you can tell me actually, on this basis, I want to buy this plot from Pazurina. Then now I come back and tell you further documentation to that is, we need a copy of the title. We need a copy of a sale agreement or a copy of offer, right? And we also need, what was the other thing? We also need to know your employment status in the country that you're in, right? So we'll ask you for proof of that. And then once we have all the documents, we put it in with our credit team. They do a credit assessment. Once that loan is approved, then we share with you a letter of offer. Once you sign the letter of offer, you bring it back to us, a signed, executed letter of offer, and we start the process. So the process, in a very basic way, I'm going to touch it very, very, very basic way, is that after you sign a letter of offer, you're basically saying that you're in acceptance of the terms and conditions of the loan that NCBA is going to offer you, right? So once you're in acceptance, the next stage is go into doing a valuation. Remember, when we started this webinar, I did say the value of going through a bank to take a loan facility to buy a property is because the bank assists to do due diligence on your behalf. So the fact that you're doing a valuation, right? Yes, it is at your cost, but it is something that we will undertake to do on your behalf to verify that the land is good for business, right? To make sure that it's not on the Ndongo report. You know, sometimes you see a valuation report and it shocks you because the things that appear there, if you just look at with your naked eye, you do not know, you do not tell. So the report gives you a really good overview of the property that you're looking to invest in. So once the valuation is done, the valuation report comes to the bank, you actually get a report as well. And if you're happy with it, if you're comfortable with it, then we go into the next stage, which is the conveyancing stage, right? So the conveyancing stage is where now let me take you back a bit. For the valuation, we work with valuers from the NCBA panel. We have a panel of valuers. Why do we have a panel of valuers? Is because, one, they are vetted. As NCBA, we have vetted them and we are comfortable to work with them. So that then we're not dealing with Ukora for valuers, right? So when you have NDA signed with valuers and they have expectations on delivery, then on that case, you're covered as a customer. And even as NCBA, we are covered. Why? Because your security is our security. That loan that we are giving you, that title will be in your name and ours up until the day you finish paying for the loan. So there's that aspect. So when valuation is done, we go into conveyancing. And conveyancing is where now you again select a lawyer from the NCBA panel who will work with you through the conveyancing process, okay? Again, why we have a panel of lawyers is because we want to work with people who are credible, people we have vetted, people we know will deliver whatever it is that we need, and they are bound by specific NDAs that we have with them to ensure that they're actually delivering what they're supposed to be delivering, right? So then that conveyance process is between ourselves and Pazurina. There's a back and forth, you know, there's the lands and there's payment of stamp duty, etc. So that's the process under conveyancing. Once that is complete, and once that process is complete, we pay Pazurina, and then you get a loan. You get a loan. What do you call it? Basically telling you get a document from us, basically telling you that your loan is going to be for this long, and this is what you're going to be paying for it for the next couple of months, and this is where you're supposed to put the money, right? And that's in a nutshell what it means to take a loan with NCBA to purchase a property. I hope I've answered that question.
Yeah, well done, Rona. I think you've answered all the questions comprehensively, and all those who have extra questions, you can, Rona, I think you can reach out directly to them. We've shot 8 minutes past our time, so we are just winding up. And there's someone has a burning question for Judy and Joseph. I think, again, you can be answered directly. And for those asking for this recording, I think Florence, it can be availed to the participants. So I think we are just winding up, and then there is really, someone can raise a hand if there's a burning question. If not, you have the contacts of Pazurina Holiday Homes, they'll share there. Judy, I'm sure you are available. You've pitched well for people to get in touch with you in Diani and why you invested in Diani, Golden Duranta Villas in Diani. And I want to thank the entire attendants from across the world for tuning in. Thank you, Rico Kinda, for tuning in. You know Rico Kinda from Chance Media. We've been meeting some of you abroad in our Daring Abroad investment forums, and we look forward to meeting you again in future. I would like now to give 30 seconds to each of the presenters to give us their parting shot before we wind up. I'll begin with Judy.
Thanks, Alex. As I said, east or west home is best. As Africans, we don't need any to be told anything else. We're very good at investing at home. So karibuni sana to Diani, karibuni sana to our Golden Duranta Villas in Diani. And I wish you all the best even as you invest back home. Things are good. We are doing well as a country and we're grateful.
Asante sana, Judy from the diaspora. Let's hear the concluding voice. Samrak, if you are there, give us your comment. Sam? Sam, can you hear me? Okay, maybe if he comes, we'll get to him. And Joseph Joroge Pazurina, your concluding remarks.
Thank you very much, every one of us. Thank you, the presenters. That was a very good presentation, especially from the bank and also from Judy. I want also to appreciate all those who are able to join. And of course, the information you've received, put it into use. This information is power. And this is a golden opportunity for all of us. And we are ready to walk the journey with you. Talk to us if you have small or little resources, your finances are not together for purchasing a whole piece of land. We will be able to work with you with your financial status at the moment so that we can give you even a period of 1 year or more to buy a piece of land. And we also want to welcome all of you who are in diaspora. When you come back home and you land in Diani, we have so many drivers down there. We shall be glad to drive you along the newly done highway. And with that, I just tell each one of us to be blessed and hope to meet again and talk again. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Joroge. Samrak, are you back? Are you there? I don't know. Okay, Sam, pass our regards to Sam, whoever anaweza kutana naye. Rona, thank you so much for being a partner in this representing NCBA. Your parting shot.
I like somebody's comment here. So they said even Judy's comment was east or west home is best, right? At the end of the day, we go out there and do all these fantastic things, and at the end of the day, you still will come back if that is something that is in consideration for you. The question is, what are you coming back home to? So NCBA is actually able to support that journey for you. And I don't know if this is a good forum to just mention that next week, Friday, Alex and the bank and other partners will be having what you call a returnee forum. So in that forum, then we'll be discussing how do I start my journey back home? What do I need to do? And one way is, again, to purchase these properties from our partners, Pazurina Homes, purchase that property from them, begin your journey by, constructing that holiday home, because you will need it when you do return back home, right? So as a financial institution, we're happy to support that journey for you. Please feel free to reach out to us. Be happy to have discussions. We don't just discuss money. We actually discuss your ideas and unpack those ideas and see how do we convert that to make sure that it's an actual reality for you. So asanteni sana for joining. We do look forward to hearing from you again and doing this again. Joseph, thank you for the opportunity to be here. Alex Chamada, thank you again. Alex, again, Chams Media is a partner at NCBA. We work very closely with him. Asanteni sana. Judy, tuko pamoja pia. Asanteni sana.
Okay, thank you so much, our speakers. And my parting shot is to say I'm also a client with the Pazurina in Diani. So join me. I will be your neighbor. So we are glad that this discussion has gone on very well, financing holiday properties in Diani. So thank you so much, all the participants. Thank you so much, all our speakers. It was a pleasure having your company from all corners of the world. And we look forward to doing this again. Thank you, Pazurina and the NCBA, for making this happen. So enjoy your evening or your morning or your afternoon, and bye-bye from Chams Media. Once again, my name is Alex Chamada. Kwairini. Bye.